Marketing and privacy. We have been talking about the roles of various functions in an organization with respect to privacy. Marketing is another important function. They lay the foundation for the growth and sales of the company. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And we are going to talk about the role of marketing in helping manage privacy for the organization. Now, what is important is that they set the foundation for the sales and the growth of the organization. But even there, they are sometimes dependent on their own campaigns based on the lists that they had to buy from outside. You're not always 100% sure about the authenticity of those email IDs as well as the authenticity of those phone numbers for your WhatsApp marketing. The other challenge is that DPDP mandates that you need to obtain an explicit consent even for marketing. So such campaigns are going to be difficult, and therefore the companies would have to put in proper privacy notices for starting such marketing campaigns. Running campaigns without consent is a big no-no in under DPDP Act. So, and on top of it, if you don't ignore these opt-out mechanisms like unsubscribe, or if you ignore the presence of such mechanisms in your system, that's going to be another challenge. So you need to be very, very careful. Outsourcing your marketing activities, someone without consent from the user, you are going to share the data. So, these are certain interrelated issues that marketing faces and needs to be a bit careful while addressing. Unauthorized campaigns for DPDP Act is penalties plus loss of trust from the customers, right? Explicit consent under DPDP Act. So what should they do? They should collect proper consent before they start a marketing campaign. Of course, consent is not just merely collecting a consent, it has to be a valid, free, and ambiguous consent. Proof of the consent has to be maintained, as well as audit log sheets of the consent has to be maintained. When was the consent obtained? How was it obtained? What all services was obtained for? When was it used? Right? Update your privacy notices. So create privacy notices maybe for every campaign and keep updating them regularly. Avoid any dark patterns and misleading practices. Like you have in consent, right? You pre-checked boxes, accept all. That's not the right way to take consent. Therefore, that's not the right way to start your email campaign. Sync up with your legal, and your tech teams so that they can guide you what all is required for the compliances. And of course, you have to avoid unsolicited campaigns, provide unsubscribe option, respect the fact that you have provided that option. Therefore, you have to make sure that if someone opts for unsubscribe, they get unsubscribed. As a strategic advantage, privacy first company, better branding. Being privacy first itself is a marketing tactic, right? And then you have better and more improved engagement rates. Chances of conversion of your campaigns into real business increase by both authentic lists, solicited campaigns, providing information to people who are actually looking for that information, and being a privacy focused or privacy first marketing department or company, whichever way it is. So that's about the marketing. It looks very small. It's just about marketing campaigns, but it is very large because for people who don't like these campaigns, maybe for a product or a service, for them it's a big headache. And if it goes unsolicited to them, then it can become a big penalty system for your organization. So while it is short, small, but it is a very important thing. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.